All right, well, today, got a little package here. We're going to be doing all the body mounts. A little sneak peek of how the bumper's coming along. There'll be a whole video on just the bumper when it's all done, so don't worry. So my mounts aren't horrible. Luckily, my Blazer's not quite as crusty as a lot of people's, but they're still like 35 years old. And when you're doing, because I'm about to go through and do all my sliders in the bumper front and back. So if your relationship to your body changes, because these mounts, I'm sure they're collapsed a bit. And then if I were to change those later, all my gaps are going to be all jacked up. So I'm just going to go ahead and do those first. That way everything I do fits now and it will continue to fit in the future. So let's hose these guys down. Give them a little PB love. And I'll spray down the rest of this. And we will get to changing these out. Step 1, spray everything with the penetrant oil. We already did that. Step 2, organize your parts. Make sure that everything got packed in your box. Make sure everything's in good condition and it's not some sort of, something someone returned and you're getting back a bunch of used parts. All that stuff happens when you buy stuff, man. So just go through, make sure you have everything. If it's something you've never done before, then you should definitely read your instructions. So we'll separate all parts into their like parts. So we've got our back tube by the tailgate, which on a Blazer like this, you're gonna need to take your bumper off or something to get to that. The bolts for these back four, they're like a carriage bolt. They get stuck and jacked up all the time. These ones might be a nightmare to get out. I think they're gonna be okay on my truck because mine's not super tore up. It's sat in the garage for a long time. It's not all crusted up. So I think and I hope that mine will come apart fairly easy. And then all your fronts. So step 2, we're going to, or I guess we're on 3 now. Step 3, we're going to go loosen all the body mount bolts and take them out on one side so that we can pick one at a time up with like a wood block and a jack and just start swapping them out one at a time. Here, we'll do a little bit more in depth real quick. So your front 2 are pretty simple. This guy's going to come up from the bottom with your factory washer. This comes on top of your little frame horn, pops down in there, your factory washer goes on top, you screw it in. That's your front 3. Your rear 2, these ones are, like I said, the ones are kind of in the middle in between your tires. Coming up from the bottom, you'll have this guy, what is that, number 0437. Your hardware will come up. That one thinner sleeve goes into this, and this comes from your frame side down with the same side washer on top. And then the back one gets that same 437 and a small washer on the bottom. Then that thicker sleeve goes in that one, and that one will come from the top with the bigger washer on it. And that's how that all goes together. See, this is why I always read the instructions, right? We got those 4 nuts that it came with that I couldn't really see what they go to. Right there. Supplied nuts are for rear bumper bolts. So these don't apply to me because I'm making a new bumper. So if you're keeping your factory bumper, you'll need these for that. Alright, so on my truck, everything is 3/4. So you'll just kind of have to find the right assortment of extensions and ratchets and all that stuff to get in there. This bottom one is a through bolt, so you got to get something to hold the top of your bolt through this little hole in your grill, or well, in your core support, and then it's a nut on the bottom. So let's see how tight all of this is. off to a great start. Let's go loosen some more and see if we can break any more of these things. Only one. You can see, look at that thing. This bolt was all chewed up down to just this little bit left where it snapped. So I think I'll end up just replacing both front bolts, and then I'll probably do new carriages in the back. I mean, they came off okay back there, but they're a little crusted, a little corroded. And if I'm replacing all this stuff, you might as well just replace the bolts that need to be replaced. Alright, so we've got the weight taken off of this, and this bolt snapped, like right here. So I'm going to see if I can't cut it right there because the nut's still on it, so I don't want to come out. Trying to cut out the other side too. It was just as jacked up. So I gotta get both fronts, and just saw this little gem getting the rears out. Somebody went through and welded, booger welded that other front one in. So I'm gonna cut that out real quick. And I'm going to go ahead and replace these carriage bolt ones while I'm at it. Alright, we got our new hardware. So let's start knocking these guys out. Screwdriver, so you got to get the old body mount off of this factory sleeve. me go over something real quick while we're under here. I'm just doing the last side here. You need to pay attention to where you lift your car from. So you need to find areas that are reinforced, right? Like here's your body mount. And then here's like a boxed in body mount structure. That'll be strong enough to lift off of. But see, this one's at an angle. So when you start lifting on it, it's probably going to kick your board off and cause problems. This area's kind of like thicker metal and doubled over, and it's got a bend in it, so this has a good bit of strength that's coming right off your body mount right here. You could probably lift from right here and be all right. Or on the back, you can see here, that flat boxed in section is flat for further, so I can get in on this box spot. And actually, just from this spot here, lifts the whole side enough to do all the mounts down this side. So if you try to lift in the wrong spot, like if you go through your floor, something like here, that's just like single layer. So when you try to put all the weight of your body on that, it's gonna bend, or if your floor's bad, it'll punch through. It's not a good safe spot. Like if you're around a motor or a body mount, like look at all the reinforcement here. Here's your first layer. You got another layer beneath that. Then you've got this boxed in channel. And then you've also got this extra thick, doubled over, broken, like, 90 area. So anywhere right around there, that's all really strong. So you want to pay attention to that so you don't jack your car up when you're trying to put better mounts on. All right, so this back one is the one that really screws everyone up on these, because your gas tank's in the way on a K5, and there's just not really any good way to get in there. So I will help you. This is what's in there, right? You got your top piece, and then inside your frame is this guy. So your stock shackle hanger bolts into here, and this is tucked up inside your frame, like that. So if you're replacing these, this is gonna cause a problem. I don't know what you would do if you're keeping your factory one. I don't think, let's see, I don't think that bottom bushing, oh, I guess you could probably get that bottom bushing to fit in there. But either way, you got to get this thing out. So what I ended up doing on the other side, I haven't done this one yet, and I can't hold a camera and do this, and you can't really see in there anyways. This side's going to be worse because it's got all the wires. But I got your top one out, and then I came up. You just kind of got to get your fingers in there and reach through here. Like I said, you got to be real smart about how you lift these things so it don't fall on you. And I just kind of had this guy in here, and I was able to hook it up over the gas tank right here. Of course, this one doesn't want to come out now. Kind of hook it up over the gas tank like that and get it out like that. That's what worked for me on the other side, and I hope that it works on this side, and I'll let you know. So what I ended up doing is, your gas tank bolts are right there. I just loosened those, dropped the gas tank like an inch and a half, and that gave me the room to sneak that one out on that side. So if you're doing this on a Blazer, I have no idea how you could get these rear mounts out without either pulling your rear bumper or dropping your gas tank. I'm sure someone's done it. If you have, let us know in the comments how you did it, because I don't see how. Well, there we go. Got all our new bushings in. Those guys up under there. So now we can start setting the tube on the bumper. And as another little surprise here, so tomorrow I went and picked up my steel today. I'm going to make my tube stands for setting up all my bumpers and my sliders and all that, because none of my none of my jack stands go tall enough. So we'll leave you with one last little look at where this bumper's at so far. We're gonna build some stands tomorrow, and then we're gonna get this bumper and hopefully the sliders done this weekend, and hopefully get started on that back bumper because I'm running out of time. So thanks for sticking along. If you have any other questions about how to put these guys together or anything like that, drop them in the comments. Give me a subscribe, all that good stuff. Have a great night.